All right, folks, so we got Mel's truck all wrapped up. We're gonna take it for a quick drive around the block. Thing's just amazing. Check this out.
How can I not follow you, Ryan? Come on now.
I am pretty handsome.
The personal
The guy
space.
like won't leave me alone. I can't get rid of him.
There's a barrier, so we can't steal the rental cars.
How do I tell if it's in park or not? No,
The dial.
Oh no.
So he's gonna
Obviously
He just got
not
yelled
a
at
mini
by-
guy.
Oh, I gotta get on Hyde's level.
Oh, he's gonna kick your ass. I'll be careful. He's gonna come out and do like Kung Fu Ninja on you. Oh, jeez.
Oh my God! Look at this guy!
Really?
Look at this guy! Oh!
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever dealt with in my life. That was gross. I need to go take another shot.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hey folks, welcome back to another episode. We are out in Florida today. This is our East Coast location, and we're gonna give you a quick shop tour, show you what we do out here, introduce you to Paul Hyde. He manages and runs the whole shop out here. So let's go inside and take a look. So this is Paul Hyde. Paul has been, how long have you been working together? How long have we been working together?
That's about 10 years, I think we're going on.
10 years we've been working together. This is his shop. This is like the entrance showroom area. I know that we've been super busy, and we have talked about it many times, putting the walls up and getting this kind of segmented into the showroom.
Right here, we actually tore down the wall. We're gonna have the glass doors right here so we can still bring in the trucks into the showroom. We're gonna have a window that goes through here so you can actually see in to the fabrication, so when customers come in, they can look in and see what we're actually doing. Looking at some of these trucks, quite unique. This one right here was a 10, N998.
I saw this truck a while ago, and it was like just entry level, like bone stock 998.
We put all of our stuff on there with some of these newer lights from Rigid. He also has some IRs right up on the top. Not only on this light bar, but he also has them on the roof rack as well.
If you are running night vision, nods, you can run the night vision goggles, and then you turn the IR lights on, and it literally like off-road lights. But without night vision goggles on, you can't see the IR lights at all. I mean, there's nothing coming out of it, no light emitting at all. Pretty cool.
This was a soft top truck. We did put a hard top on here. It was a lot of work to get this thing to actually fit and seal properly. Another M998. So you can see the two trucks. These are actually the same trucks. This one was originally a two-seater, and we cut the back piece out right here to actually turn this, and we removed this plate that goes right here too to turn this into a four-seater. This one has a Duramax conversion. That one does not. That one has a 6.5 turbo. So now you see where we do the assembly of the trucks up in the front area. Now I'll show you the back area where we actually start ripping the trucks apart. This truck was in bad shape. It was rusted completely on the roof. You can see right here on the drip rail, completely rotted away. We had to replace all this, as well as this part right here, which is actually a very common problem on the wagons. They get rust right in here, eat all the way through. If you don't see it right here, typically when you go on the inside of the truck, you can rip away the carpet and you can see how bad it's rusting in there. It's not an easy job to fix this problem. You have to remove the entire roof, in which we did on this truck. Also coming back over here, you can see some of the other rust repair we had to do. All this right here is completely sanded away. We had to replace this whole panel. We had to rip this whole frame out, reseal this as well. And actually this truck was hit on this side. We didn't know that until we actually ripped the roof off there. We saw how bad it was. Completely bonded in here. So again, we had to rip all this section out and rebuild this whole piece here. Cut some of this piece out on the inside for the aluminum panel and re-weld the aluminum on the inside as well. Right over here, we have another M998. We just painted this truck. It is our Kevlar. It is a matte black. It's a little shiny right now, but once it's out in the sun, it'll actually start turning more flat.
It's shot in our paint booth, in our facility. With Kevlar finish, you gotta be really careful to get that consistency. It definitely takes a very developed technique to get that consistent finish on these guys.
Right over here, I can show you where we actually do the painting. Here's our paint booth right here with one of the trucks that we have. We painted the back half of it. And so I can show you where we do our mixing of the paint. At our mixing station.
And you can also mix all of the Kevlar paint too, so you can do virtually
Correct.
any color, including metallics. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can make pretty much any color that you can think of. We can mix right here. So you can see this is where our mixing station is. These are all the different blends of the paints that we have. And whatever color you can think of, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have a brand new color Porsche, for example, you just tell me that. I enter it right in here into our computer, and our computer tells us, you know, what kind of paint that we need to use to mix it. We put it right here on our scale, and then we just do all the mixing with this paint right here. If you come right in here, this is the truck that I was showing you guys earlier where we had to do some color matching. This is the back part where the customer actually ripped the Velcro piece off that was holding the tonneau cover on there. And he ripped everything off, all the paint, and it was pretty messed up on this side and on the other side as well.
And a lot of times that happens because of galvanic corrosion. You have literally dissimilar metals. You have two different types of metal, aluminum, steel, and that's why the wagons are so bad, because you have that dissimilar metal and you'll get a corrosion in between there. So this is a very common failure point on the H1 Hummer. Down in between these two panels, you get some water inside there, and then corrosion, and it starts popping off paint. So just gotta watch for that.
So this truck right here, we're just doing the roof on this one. We're just doing paint. All the clear coat was oxidizing and coming off. This truck right here, we're doing a conversion, the big brakes and the half shafts on it. We're doing some accessories on the back, slant back tire carrier and light bar up in the front with the brush guard as well. This one right here, H2, we're doing a conversion on, built motor, built transmission, and some accessories, but not too much. The customer just wanted to keep it like a daily driver. Coming over here, this was a truck that we put a Cummins in. We're just not done with it yet. We're replacing some of the injectors on it. Two of them were bad.
We do a fair amount of Cummins. Cummins are rad. They're awesome engines. People always get into like, which one's better, Duramax or Cummins, kind of like the Ford Chevy debate. Both of them are phenomenal. There's really, it's almost impossible to knock both of them. However, and this is a big however, the H1 platform is better suited for the Duramax. Duramax is a V8 design versus an inline six. The inline six is just so much taller and so much longer because each cylinder is inline that you have to do a lot of modifications. So it's really not the perfect suited size for that platform. Great engine, transmission is okay, and people are gonna argue, oh, it's a great transmission. But when you compare it to an Allison, there's no comparison. Allison is flat out the best. And half of the conversion, in my opinion, is that is the engine, of course, but the other half is that Allison 6-speed tranny. It's just a phenomenal tranny because you can have all the power in the world, and if you can't deliver it to the ground, what's the point? So that's why I favor the Duramax, especially in these platforms. Cummins, if it was in a Dodge truck, love it. Either way you go is awesome, but the Duramax is a better fit and finish.
So what's up, Mike? How's your morning going?
It's going.
It's going? So what are we working on here?
It's an 06 LBZ that doesn't want to start.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
What'd you break? He broke something.
Adam broke it.
This guy? Oh, you broke it? Apparently you broke this Humvee and now Mike has to fix
Funny,
it.
because this guy's the last one to touch it, so.
Oh.
It's terrible.
So, Mike, how long you worked for Predator?
Almost 4 years.
4 years? Ah, so you've been here quite a bit then.
In Florida since the beginning.
Since here or since the first location?
First location, Claremont.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow. So, yeah, you come a long ways then. So you came with the.
Yeah, I moved everything here. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So how do you like working for Predator?
It's not bad.
It's good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's.
You should be saying, I would never
It is
want
the greatest
anything
job in the
else
world.
in the world.
It
That's
is,
what you're
yeah.
supposed to say. You know, that's what Ryan wants to hear.
Oh,
It's
working
okay.
for Ryan's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
He's a.
I just may leave that in just so Ryan can see that.
My
you
name's
know.
Paul Hyde.
Yeah. Oh. So what exactly do you do here for Predator?
I do a lot of electronics, programming, painting. Do it all.
That's good. All right, man. I'll
be
let
it.
you get back to work. Oh, Mr. Adam, how's your morning going?
Well, it's going great till you got my name wrong.
Oh, I
Now
thought
it's
you
just ruined.
I thought you said Adam. So what's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah, better
Oh,
house
see, I was
spread.
close. I was close.
Same alphabet letter.
Yeah,
so it works.
yeah, kind of. Not really,
Yeah.
but. So, Andrew, you work for Predator. How long you been here?
Going on about 3 years now almost.
Oh, wow, so you've been here for a while too.
A little while, yeah.
How do you like it here?
It's fun job.
Fun. What do you do?
A little bit of everything. Fabrication, building engines, trannies, conversions. things.
Seems like everybody here does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you get back to work.
All right,
Stop bugging you.
cool.
Maybe I'll bug you a little bit later.
Sounds good, man.
So what's up, Adam? How's your morning going?
Pretty good so far.
Pretty good. How long you been working for Predator?
A little bit under a year.
So what do you do for Predator?
Fabricating anything to working on the suspension or maybe
Nice.
even putting on brush guards and accessories.
So what's going on with this truck right here?
We're putting on the little rubber covers for the air hook. We're gonna get them all lined up perfectly even. We're gonna go about, you just go right here. You gotta get them lined up perfectly. Take a measurement. It'll sit about right there.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I'll let you get back to work. All right, Mr. Hyde. So back here, day 2. Got this beast right here. But with this beast, which you can't really see, there's something special about this beast, other than the obvious. Built by Predator, it's a Predator
Right.
H1. What is it that you cannot see from up here that is so special about this beast?
So this one right here has our long travel suspension kit. So you can see, if you take a look underneath here, you can see how the shocks go all the way up inside. The reservoirs are also inside there. And in the back, the suspension actually goes into the bed. The king shocks, and you can see right inside here, you can see how it protrudes through the bed.
Right,
Yeah.
we fully did all of this, the full long travel setup from front to
we
rear,
did,
right?
We did the whole suspension setup. However, we did this over in California. We didn't do this here in Florida. This truck followed me from California to Florida so we could finish it over here.
I know we did a lot of stuff with this
Right.
truck, so why don't we let our viewers know and kind of do a full walkthrough, because we're still doing some more stuff to it, right? It's not finished just yet.
No, it's pretty close. We have a couple more weeks till it's done. But like you can see right here, the roll cage, it's on the outside. It integrates into the inside. So it clamps on here, and then you can take a look inside, and you can see it's fully caged on the inside.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, especially here, the fact that it comes out through the body, it doesn't even look like it's a roll cage.
Like it's just a tire carrier. However, it's not. If you look underneath on the bottom side, it actually integrates into the bumper as well. So the roll cage bolts from the inside to the top and down onto the bumper as well. And obviously the bumper is bolted to the frame. So it's completely rigid mounted. So
Then
this is
right here,
actually
right?
bolted onto another structure support inside, and it's bolted onto this bumper right here. Not only was it a lot of work actually building the cage, but actually putting the cage in here, because we had to take the roof off to actually put it in. So when it was put together with the roof on, tacked together, removed the roof, and then had to weld everything, and everything was TIG welded. Powder coated the whole frame inside textured black, and then obviously had to put it back in, which was quite the feat.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of work up here.
You can see the cage, it bolts down to the bottom. The whole belly pan on the bottom side is all steel as well. So this cage goes through the floor and it bolts to the belly pan as well on both sides. So it's actually very strong. But again, it goes in here, attaches there to the inside, and this attaches down to the bottom side to here. So it's actually all super rigid mounted. It will not flex at all. That's why it helps having the long travel suspension, so you could actually either jump it or crawl very well with this.
All right, so now it looks like we've got the hood popped open on this thing. and there's a lot going on under here. And I know this isn't just our standard, just regular Duramax conversion. There's a lot more that's gone on with this thing under the hood, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So first thing you notice, one, you can finally see the long travel suspension with the hood open, and you'll notice that there's no batteries right here. So earlier on, I showed you that the batteries were in the back, and obviously you can see why that we couldn't have the battery tray up in the front. You can see the custom cooling stack that we had to make for this one. And if you look inside here, it has another bar that attaches one side of the frame from here to the other as well for extra support. And this engine was built by myself over in San Diego before I got up here. This one is built with 20 over pistons, bigger injectors, GT40 turbo, and the dual fueler injection pump as well.
So how much horsepower would you say is probably pushing under the hood on this
This one
beast?
put out a little over 600 horsepower. I know we could put out more. It's kind of a mild tune. We did this one in San Diego on our dyno. However, we're just breaking it in. We don't even have 100 miles on this thing right now. And then we also built the transmission as well. The transmission can hold up to things like 900 horsepower.
What's different about the transmission on this thing than what we normally do with our Allison transmissions?
This one has the heavier duty clutches on the inside. We also redid the valve body, and has the fully forged internals as well. So it has the main shaft, the output shaft, the C1 clutch housing are all forged.
Hey, thanks for watching the Florida episode, the shop tour out here. We're gonna have some more content coming your way from both Florida as well as California. I've got to catch a flight back home here another couple hours, and then you'll be seeing a lot more of this guy right here, Paul Hyde. We have two Pauls, so don't get him confused with the other Paul in California, Paul Sanderson, because he gets angry. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you subscribe down here or here. I don't know where the button is, but I think it's down there. I don't know. The button. Edition. No. Episode.
Where are we going from here? This is what we do over in Florida. We didn't do stuff. Rust.
You mind taking your stuff back home?
There you go. Yeah.
Is that good?
No, it just got
Are we done now?
No, I don't know. Are we?